I'm going to show you how to list your first product on Amazon. And the first thing you need to do when listing a product on Amazon is to sign up for an Amazon seller account. You can go to sell.amazon.com, click sign up, and sign up for an account. Once you've signed up for an account, you're going to log into that account and it'll take you to your Amazon Seller Central. Once you're in your Seller Central account, you're going to click on these three lines up here. You're going to go to catalog and you're going to click on add products. If you're looking to sell a product on Amazon that's already being sold on Amazon, you're going to type in the product name here, or you can use the UPC code or the ASIN number. But if the product that you want to sell on Amazon is not yet being sold on Amazon, you're going to click on I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. The next step is you're going to tell Amazon which category to put the product listing that you're creating in. And there are a ton of different categories: appliances, baby products, beauty and personal care, all kinds of different things. And the easiest way to figure out which category to put your product in is type what you're trying to sell on Amazon. So we're going to be selling a type of black tea. So we'll click on this search button and it'll tell us what it thinks the best categories would be. And it gives us a bunch of different options. And after looking at all these different options, I think that this grocery and gourmet beverages tea black is the best option. Now, if you're not sure what the best option is for you, you can look at similar products that are being sold on Amazon and try to figure out what category they're being sold on. Once you figure that out, you're going to select that category. And for this video, I'm going to be using a real product as an example. I'm going to be showing you how we're actually creating this listing for this product that we're going to be selling on Amazon. It's going to be launching in just 3 days. My name's Travis. I'm a 7-figure Amazon FBA seller, and I partnered with a random student that's in my Amazon FBA program. I came up with this idea to create the highest caffeine tea in the world, and I picked a random student in my Amazon program to partner with because we've actually been documenting the entire process of creating this product, Rocket Tea, on my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we actually created our listing. This is a real example, so you're going to get to see all the secrets that we use to create a listing to make sure that it ranks high on Amazon so we can get as many sales as possible. And the first question it's going to ask you when selling a product on Amazon is, does this product have variations? And our current product does not. We only have one flavor, and it's passion fruit. Now, in the future, we're gonna have other flavors. So eventually we will come back in here and we'll change this to yes. But for now, since it's only one product without any variations, we're gonna say no. If you're selling your product in multiple colors, multiple sizes, you'll select yes. The next thing you'll need to fill out is the external product ID. And you can select what kind of an ID you want to use. Do you want to use an EIN, a GTIN, UPC, or ASIN? Now, most people watching this video, you're going to select a UPC code. And UPC stands for Universal Product Code. And just about every product in the world has a UPC code. That is the barcode that you see on products that they scan at Walmart, at Target, or just about anywhere that they sell products. And you need some kind of an identification number if you're going to be selling on Amazon. As I mentioned, a UPC code is the most common one. And to get a UPC code for your product, you're going to go to gs1.org and select Get Your Barcode. And it used to be that you had to buy 10 barcodes at the same time, which was around $250. But recently, gs1.org has allowed you to just buy one barcode for $30. And I highly recommend paying the $30 and getting a legitimate barcode. There are other websites where you can get barcodes for cheaper, but oftentimes by trying to save a little bit of money, it's going to cause you a lot of headaches down the road. So don't cheap out. Get the legitimate, authentic barcodes from gs1.org. And once you get your barcode, you'll type those numbers in here. If for some reason you're selling a product that does not require a UPC code, you can select I don't have a product ID, and it'll make you apply for an exemption. The next thing Amazon's going to ask you is to put the name of your item. And this is going to be the title of your Amazon listing. And so when people go to Amazon and they search for your product, they're going to see the title, the main image, the price, and the number of reviews. So the title is one of the most important things, and a lot of people don't pay enough attention to this. So the title that we decided to go with for this product is High Caffeine Tea, Passion Fruit Black Tea, Extra Strong Flavored, 14-pack bag, healthy coffee alternative, 200 milligrams, highly caffeinated substitute by Rocket Tea. Now, the reason we have such a long title and the reason that we started with high caffeine tea is because the way that Amazon works. And Amazon, at the end of the day, is just a search engine. People go to Amazon to search for products they want to buy. Usually, people are not going to Amazon to search for your product. They're searching for what they want to purchase, and they happen to find your product. So in our example, people go to Amazon and they'll search for things like high caffeine tea. And we want to let Amazon know that our product is a high caffeine tea, so when people are searching for it, our product will go to the top of the search results. And the way that Amazon works is that the product at the top of the search results gets most of the sales. Here's a graph of how many sales products get depending on what position they are in the search results. And as you can see, the top product gets most of the sales, followed by the second product, third product, fourth product, and it's actually exponential. So the higher up in the search results you can get, the better your product is going to sell. And the only way that Amazon's gonna know if your product should even be in the search results is based on your title and your bullet points and the keywords you give to Amazon, because that lets Amazon know what searches are relevant to your product. So I'll go into depth later in this video talking about how to figure out what keywords you should put in your title, but for now, this is the title that we use. The next thing is the brand name, and you're gonna put the brand name of your product. Now, if your product that you're selling does not have a brand name, you can check this box right here to let Amazon know. If your product does have a brand name though, you are gonna have to go through the brand registry process to let Amazon know that you actually own the brand that you're talking about. And part of going through brand registry is you do need to file for a trademark. But don't worry, if you don't want to go through brand registry, you can always just select this box and it just won't show the brand name of your product on your listing. Once you're done filling out this information, you're going to click on continue. The most important part of listing your product, in my opinion, is the images and the bullet points, and we're going to get to that in just a few minutes, but first we need to fill out this vital information. And the first question they ask is, who is the manufacturer? And you can put almost whatever you want here, and if it's your product, you can put your own brand name here. Even if you used a third-party manufacturer, it doesn't matter. We're just going to put Rocket Tea for this example. For each unit count, we're going to go ahead and put 1 because we're going to be sending 1 bag of Rocket Tea. The next question is the product expirable? And the answer to this is yes, because our product is a tea product. It has a shelf life of around 2 years. It will expire after that. Now, if you're selling a product that does not expire, you'll select no to this. For instance, AJ, a student that I also partner with on his product, Cocktail Cards, since that product is made out of cardboard, it never expires. So in that case, we'd select no. After that, you'll let Amazon know what the country of origin is. And since our product is manufactured in the United States, we're gonna put United States. The next question is the unit count. And our product comes with 14 tea bags. And under unit count type, we're gonna put count. You can change this to different things. There's other options. You can put ounces or different things depending on what kind of a product you're selling. But to keep things simple, we're gonna put 14 count. Then you'll select whether your product contains liquids or not. No for us. Is the item heat sensitive? No. And you'll also put the form factor. And for this, I'm just gonna select standalone because it's a standalone pouch. And it'll also ask you, is package level orderable? And for most people watching this video, you're going to select yes. This is a little bit more of a complicated one. Don't worry about it. For now, if you want more information, you can hover over the question mark for any of these different things. We're gonna go ahead and select yes. What this basically means is this package that you're creating a listing for, is it something that people can order? And before we click save and finish, there are some other things that we need to fill out. So let's go to the offer next. And the first field is, what is the SKU? SKU stands for stock keeping unit. And you can put whatever you want here. If you want to leave this blank, you can, but then Amazon's just gonna randomly assign you a stock keeping unit that's just gonna be a bunch of numbers and letters. This is mostly just for organizational purposes. So what we're gonna put here is Rocket Tea Passion Fruit. That way in the future, as we add more flavors, we can just change Rocket Tea to orange, Rocket Tea to raspberry. Amazon's also gonna ask you what your price is gonna be. So we're gonna put $27.99, and this is the standard price. I'll show you later how you can always discount your product and put it on sale for a limited time. Next up, Amazon's gonna ask you how much quantity you have of the products that you're going to sell. And this is only relevant if you plan on doing fulfilled by merchant. And I'm gonna explain that in just a second. But before I get there, it also asks you, what is the condition type of the product that you're selling? And for most people selling products on Amazon, it's going to be new. But now we get to an important question, and that is, what is the fulfillment channel of this product? And fulfillment channel basically just means, are you going to ship it or are you going to allow Amazon to ship it? And so the way that this works is you have 2 different options here. This first one here is merchant fulfilled. Oftentimes you'll hear people talk about this as FBM, which stands for fulfilled by merchant. And this just simply means that every time you get an order on Amazon's website, Amazon's gonna give you a notification and you're gonna have to print out the shipping label, you're gonna have to package up the item, you're gonna have to put that shipping label on the item and ship it out to the customer. And that's not what I normally recommend. For most people watching this video right here, I recommend instead doing Amazon will ship and provide customer service. This is oftentimes known as FBA or fulfilled by Amazon. This is where you send a number of units of your product ready to go into the Amazon warehouse. And when Amazon gets an order, they're going to pick, pack, and ship it out to the customer. This is going to save you a lot of time, but also a lot of money because Amazon has cheaper fulfillment rates. In addition to that, by selecting that Amazon will ship and provide customer service, you're also going to get more sales. Because when you send your products into the Amazon warehouse and you select this option, it'll put a little Prime badge on your product listing, meaning that everybody that goes to Amazon that's a Prime member will see this and they'll know when they buy your product, they're able to get the product shipped to them in 2 days. And Prime customers are much more likely to buy Prime eligible products. Amazon knows this, so usually they'll put Prime eligible products at the top of the search results, meaning ultimately more sales for you. And there are over 150 Prime members in the United States, and this number is continuing to grow. And these people all want Prime eligible products. So I highly recommend, if you want to create a passive income source for yourself, then select Amazon will ship and provide customer service. Once you're done with that, we're going to go to the next section, which is the images. And this is one of the most important parts that so many people overlook. And the reason, again, is because when someone searches for a product that they want to buy, all they see for the different products is the main image, the title, the price, and the number of reviews. And the main image is probably the most important thing. If you can capture people's attention with your main image, they're highly likely to click on your product. And if they click on your product, they're very likely to buy your product. So you want to make sure that you have the perfect main image. And to create the perfect main image, you want to have an image that's going to stand out in the search results and perfectly match what people are searching for. That's why for this product, we created packaging that says high caffeine tea in big red letters in its black packaging. This is going to strongly contrast with Amazon's white background. People are going to see this black packaging, and then they're also going to see that it says in big red letters high caffeine tea, which is exactly what they were searching for, because most of the sales that we're going to get are probably people searching for high caffeine tea. So for our main image, we're basically just going to be showing the product packaging. And to upload your main image, you're going to click right here on upload, and you're going to select the image that you'd like to use. And this is the image that we have right now, but it's actually not perfect. We're looking to improve it a little bit before we launch. One of the first things that you always want to do is make sure you have as little white space around your image as possible, because the less white space you have, the bigger your product's going to look in the search results. On top of that, these tea pouches don't look very premium, and they're also adding some space here. We're probably going to move those tea pouches up around here so that we can make our product packaging even bigger so it'll stand out more on the product search results. In addition to your main image, you can also add up to 8 additional images. And you want to make sure you add as many images as possible for your product, because when people are buying something on Amazon, they can't pick it up, they can't physically hold it. And the only way that they can know what it's like to own your product is by looking at these other images. So this is a chance for you to really sell your product and convince people to actually buy your product instead of the competition. And some examples of things that you should use for the other images is always use some kind of a graph or chart showing how your product is better than the competition. Here we have what a normal cup of green tea looks like, black tea, coffee, and other leading brands of tea, and we have how much caffeine we have all the way up here. We also have a chart here that shows how much more powerful and better Rocket Tea is over coffee. We have some more charts here, and we show also that the product is made in the USA. All of these other images still need to be improved. We have another one right here that shows the flavor, it shows passion fruit, that hopefully is going to convince people to buy our product. Now, there are some things that I want to let you know, and that is that there are some image guidelines when adding photos. Now, your main image needs to have a white background. The images that you upload also need to be at least 1000 by 1000 pixels. This is so when people are hovering over the images on your product listing, it'll be able to zoom in. JPEG is the preferred image format, but you can also use TIFF or GIF files. All your other images don't need to have a black background, but something to be aware of is you're only supposed to show in the images things that are actually being sold. You're not supposed to use any props or anything like that, but a lot of people still use props and they never get in trouble for it. But there is a chance that if you do show something in one of your images that doesn't come with your product, there's a chance that Amazon might take down that image. If that happens, it's not a big deal. You can just add a different image later. So once you've added your main image and all the other images, we're going to go over to the description. And this is where you can add the bullet points for your product. And the bullet points are crucial because this is another chance for you to convince people to buy your product. It's also a place that you can enter keywords, and keywords are things that people search for in Amazon. So just like we did with the title, we're going to want to put things in here that people search for in Amazon, because if Amazon sees that the keyword that people are searching for is in your title and it's in your bullet points, it's very likely that Amazon will put your product towards the top of the search results. And these are the bullet points that we're going to use for Rocket Tea. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that most people make when creating bullet points is, one, they don't sell the benefit of the product. And you can see here that we have highest caffeine tea in the world. When Willem first wrote the bullet points, he actually just put 200 milligrams of caffeine per tea bag. Nobody cares that the product has 200 milligrams of caffeine. That doesn't sound cool. That's a very technical feature. Most people don't even understand what that means. But what people do care about is that it's the highest caffeine tea in the world. They understand what that means. Another thing that he did in the original bullet points was put 100 milligrams of L-theanine per tea bag. Again, no one really understands what's the benefit of having L-theanine. And the benefit of L-theanine is smooth energy. So I highlighted that first. You want to go through and figure out, why do people want to buy your product? Put that in capital letters. And the last thing I'll mention about the bullet points is I always like having my fifth bullet point say something to the effect of 100% money back guarantee. You need to try it and see for yourself, and basically letting people know that they can buy this product, they can test it out, and if they don't love it, they can get 100% of their money back. And here's a secret: every single product on Amazon has a 100% money back guarantee, but by letting people know and putting it in their face, they're more likely to feel comfortable buying and trying your product out. So once you have your bullet points, you're going to paste them in here, and then you'll click add more, and you'll put the next bullet point in after that. And you'll do this for all 5 bullet points. Once you're done filling out your bullet points, Amazon asks you, is there any kind of mandatory cautionary statement? Look through these different examples here and see if any of these apply to your product. If none of them do, you can click on no warning applicable. Before we click on save and finish, there's actually more options that are hidden. And to get those other options, you can click on all attributes. And you don't have to add all these attributes, but there are some secret hidden gems that I highly recommend doing. And one of them is the product description. This is completely optional, but this is another chance for you to sell people on why your product is amazing. So write out a compelling reason why people should buy your product and go ahead and paste it in there. You can add a sale price for your product. And we're actually going to be discounting Rocket Tea for the first week that it's available. And it's going to be available next week, which is September 20th, and we're going to end the sale after 1 week, and it's going to be on midnight, September 27th. So if you're interested in purchasing Rocket Tea and getting a discount, I highly recommend you can click on the link down below to get on the wait list for this product. Or if you're seeing this video after we've already launched it, that link will take you straight to the Amazon listing page. Go to the Amazon page, buy Rocket Tea, and obviously after you get the product, make sure to leave a review. Hopefully it is a 5-star review. Another hidden thing that's very important is this offer start date. And you want to make sure that if you're going to be selling a product in the future, that you don't want to release it too soon, because if you don't select an offer start date, what's going to happen is as soon as your listing gets approved, your product's going to be available for sale. And that's really bad. That's something you want to avoid, because the way that Amazon works is you want to try to get as many sales as possible from day one. So if the first day that your listing is available is just whenever Amazon approves your listing, it's going to make it so your product has no sales when it first comes available for sale. So you always want to make sure that you put this date as a date in the future. And another key thing to selling a product on Amazon is you want to try to build up your audience. And the reason I say this is because you want to try to do a bunch of promotion. You want to try to get people excited so that when you launch your product on that first day, you're going to get as many sales as possible. And I'm actually going to be releasing a video next week that's part of this series that I've been doing about Rocket Tea, showing exactly all the things that we did to launch our product so that we were able to get as many sales as possible from day one. If you're going to be selling a new product on Amazon, you need to come back to this channel next week and make sure to watch that video, because I have a ton of secrets that we use to make sure that our launch is going to be as big as possible. Another key thing that a lot of people skip is this keyword section. And this is gold. You need to go in and you need to add keywords, because this is telling Amazon exactly what search results are relevant to your product. And I'm going to show you how to figure out what search terms you should be focused on. And this tool, Helium 10, is a crucial tool if you're going to be selling a product on Amazon, because it's going to help you to figure out which keywords you should be targeting. And this tool, Helium 10, is a crucial tool to use if you're going to be selling a product on Amazon, because it's going to help you to figure out which search terms, which keywords you should be targeting. And by using this tool, it's going to make it so you have a better title, better bullet points. You can figure out these search terms, and ultimately it's going to make it so that your product gets more sales. I have a link with a discount code in the description for Helium 10. And once you sign up for Helium 10, there's actually two different tools here that are going to help you to figure out which keywords to target. One is the magnet tool and the other one is Cerebro. And the way that the magnet tool works is you type in what things you think people would type into Amazon to buy your product. And Willem and I think that high caffeine tea is the thing that people are going to type into Amazon to find our product. And Helium 10 lets you know how many people per month actually search that on Amazon. And it turns out over 2,800 people per month search high caffeine tea, which is a great sign. And that means that this is one of the things that we want to make sure that we include in our title and in the search terms and the bullet points. But the other thing that this tool does is it actually gives us other ideas that people might be typing into Amazon that we might want to try to use as search terms. Now, not all of these keywords are relevant, but you can go through and you can try to figure out which ones are the most relevant to your product that also happen to get the highest search volume. And by doing that, we came up with this list of things that people are searching in Amazon where they might be interested in our product. And we have things like energy drink mix, natural energy drink mix, high caffeine, caffeinated tea, energy tea, and a long list of other things. The problem is when putting in search terms in here, they specifically say no repetition and no competitor brand name. So you don't want to ever put something like Apple or the exact trademark name of one of your competitors. So another tool that you can use to do this is this tool called Frankenstein. You'll take the list of keywords that you have, you can copy it, and then you can paste it in here and it will remove any kind of duplicates and convert everything to lowercase so that you can just simply paste it into the search term. So this whole long list of everything got condensed down to just these words right here. We're gonna take that and we're gonna paste it right here. As I mentioned, you should also use those keywords and make sure you include them in your title and in your bullet points. Now I do have a gift for you. Because you made it this far in the video, I wanna give you a special gift that I spent months working on. And this is one of the most valuable things I've ever done. But before I do that, I do wanna make it clear there are a lot more optional things that you can add to your listing. And I do talk about all those things in detail in my Amazon FBA program, the Passion Product Formula. My program is not open right now, but there is a link to the waitlist down below for the next time that I open it up. So if you're interested in my Amazon FBA program and you want to learn more about my unique method for selling products on Amazon, I call it creating a passion product. You can click on the link in the description down below to get on the waitlist and find out more information about my Amazon FBA program. But I do know that some people aren't ready to take the step to join an advanced Amazon FBA program, and that's why my special free gift to you is I have a 5.5 hour long free Amazon FBA course. I spent months working on that, and you can watch that absolutely for free by clicking on this video right here. But what I have found is people that don't pay for things, they don't pay attention. So yes, you can get the free Amazon FBA course here, but if you're interested in a much more detailed Amazon FBA program, that's why I have this course over here, and there's a link in the description as well. So feel free to watch the free Amazon FBA course or join the program, and I'll see you guys in the next video.